The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Jets touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Steelers nothing.
Set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Gets past one man. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, McFarland. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Third down.
Third down. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Give them 32 on the play.
First and 10.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
T.J. Watt there on the tackle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jets 7, Steelers nothing.
Second and 10.
Double dog. That's the hey, on 133. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. They can't hang with us. Hey, check Mike. Watching you guys.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent.
Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Mayfield on first down. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session.
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
For the point after.
And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
His kick is
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And this carries into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go. They're hitting them in every direction.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
It's a good one now. It's a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. His first carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
The Jets 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
54, check, block 54.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Brashad Perriman. Incomplete.
It's an incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the run. Regular. SOS.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
1
New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
16-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Third and long for Mayfield. Got a man, it's Mims. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Pollard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing, Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's the 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. But picked off inside the 10. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And all the way up to the 49. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's Pollard again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield down. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports.
Steelers.
It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
57's a mark. 57's a mark.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a dump off here complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
At the 48-yard line.
1st down, Mayfield. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
3-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Mayfield with it once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Regular. Check 26, check 26. 36.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Mayfield able to connect with Mims. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Mayfield looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Oliver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat, but a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, watch it, watch it. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Check 37, check 37. Hey, alert 33.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 49 yards. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Let's get there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.